So my name is Jomaro Kindred, and I'm an art director at a company called Second Dinner. I'm here to share my experience with art and some of the things that motivate me, and to show some of my techniques, and to interact with all the aspiring artists. That's my main goal. What do I like the most? What I like the most is the ability to create new things, things that didn't exist before, whether it be combining separate things together to make something new, or just totally coming up with something from scratch. I really like that. I also like the process of doing concept art with a team, because you get a lot of good ideas, a lot of ideas you wouldn't have thought of that you can incorporate into a design. That's what I really like about concept art. So how I got into the game industry was interesting, because I got in later than most. I didn't start working in the game industry until I was in my 30s, in my mid 30s. I didn't come right out of college. In fact, I didn't go to college. I'm self-taught. So what I did was, there was this huge competition to battle other groups of artists online. It was called Dominance War. And I decided, I'm gonna get into this industry. So I'm gonna join this contest and I'm gonna go crazy. And that's what I did. I put all my freelance work to the side. Everything went to the side. My wife just made sure I had food and enough to drink. And I just worked on it. And by the time I finished the competition, I had job offers. And the job offer that I took was for a company in Dallas, Texas, called Nerve Software. And I was working on Call of Duty. So that's kind of where I began. And my career has just, gone forward. It's been 10 years now. I think I've been in the industry. Well, just a little under 10 years. Well, here it is. So NonStop Barcelona, this is my third year, and I think it is awesome. I mean, the networking, the knowledge sharing, like a thing for me is to learn and grow as much as you can. And I see people learning and growing here all the time. I mean, everyone. It's such a good thing. And I want more people to come experience this. So I love it. I will say, I traditionally, I wanted originally to do comic book art. And one of my favorite comic book artists is a gentleman by the name of Greg Capullo. And he did Spawn. And I used to want to draw that comic so bad. So he's still one of my favorite artists, and he's just amazing. There's just so many to name. Like, there's so many in that room that are probably my favorite artists. Let's see. Bob Ross is one of my favorite artists, because he was so happy. He was positive. I think positivity helps me create, so I relate to him. Another thing I like about him is he's efficient. He's a very efficient artist. So there's too many to name, but those are two of my favorite. It was a very hard decision. I wanted to work. Blizzard was in some ways still is my dream company. It was perfect. It was very comfortable. But another opportunity presented itself that was good as well. So having to weigh two good things, it can be difficult. Because you're like, well, this is still good. This is very safe. On the other hand, you had this thing that was a little more risky, but it was different, and you could get in early at the very beginning and have influence over the growth of the company, and also how the games are created from the very beginning. So that was enticing to me. So I took a risk, and I stepped out of my comfort zone, and just went to this new company, which is called Second Dinner. Second Dinner is a small company. I think we are 11 now, and we're working on a mobile game for Marvel. I will. My advice would be to step out of your comfort zone, to challenge yourself, even if it feels uncomfortable. If it feels uncomfortable, it's probably because you're challenging yourself in the right way. And you'll learn a lot about yourself, and you'll grow faster And that means that you have to face challenges and not have fear. And that was a lesson I learned over too long of a time. So do it as early as possible. Just face your fears, step out of your comfort zone, and grow.